Greetings, gentle viewers. Sorry about all the excitement.
Last film of the season, and as per tradition, it's a kids' movie. Rock and Rule. Why? Because I waited and waited and waited for the nostalgia critic to contact me about doing a follow-up to our heavy metal review, and I finally got bored. I'm not sure what I did to piss him off, because I did so much to piss him off, but he must have taken some of it personally. So I'm doing Rock and Rule by myself.
Well, with Siege, this was pretty much the Canadian theme season, so rock and roll was bound to happen.
Oh, brilliant. This was produced by Fox's Glacier Mints. So it was a dark and stormy credits when the music began. Its mission? To remind us that it was the 80s. Brave choice, opening with the bands on the soundtrack rather than anything else. I mean, not even the evil, evil, evil Queen of the Damned did that. Just so you know, this is pretty much a single heavy metal story stretched to feature length and for kids. Fuck, it even feels like it features most of the bands from heavy metal.
Earth, wind, and fire! G and Matty died in a tragic boating accident.
The war was over. The only survivors were street animals, dogs, cats, and rats. From them, a new race of mutants evolved. That was a long time ago.
That was also the plot from Wizards.
So the villain's a guy called Mock, a retired rock star who wants to open a gateway to another dimension. Why? He got tired of fucking groupies. I know that's the way I did it.
Mock himself searches for the last crucial component. A very special voice.
A voice that sounds exactly like Debbie Harry's.
Also, a mutant using music to open a dimensional gateway. Now, I'm not expecting Mock to be Gwildor from Masters of the Universe, but when it's revealed that he's not, I'm still going to be disappointed. So after parts of the intro to Count Duckula, the film enters its next phase, being made up of backgrounds, minor actions, and off-screen voices. One of Mock's henchmen, Toad, drives him from concert to concert to concert in a Tron car, because in Rock and Rule, an everyday Wind in the Willows reference doesn't have quite enough neon lights.
Computer report.
You still sound like Tim Curry, voicing Dr. Claw.
Your record sales are dropping.
Well, of course they are. You're retired, and you were so popular that everyone bought your stuff while you were making it. You're hardly going to sell more now that you've stopped. In case you walked in late, Mock has a lengthy dialogue with his satanic Cylon computer, explaining exactly what the text crawl had already said. He's in the dark because I'm fairly sure he's masturbating. Yes. Oh, Mock is so good. Even years after the apocalypse, the ravages of Reaganomics were taking their toll on the chipmunks. These are our main characters, Omar and Angel. You could be forgiven for mistaking Omar for Zack from Ferngully the Last Rainforest, because they're the same fucking person.
Fan theory.
Hexus 1 in Ferngully mutated the human race with toxins over the centuries, and Omar is Zack's descendant. These guys are a band. Mock's looking for voices. Do I need to spell out what's going to happen once they take the stage?
Thanks, guys. I too love the sound of cats in boiling water.
Well, if they survive. 4 David Bowies wasn't good enough. What chance does the Rejected by Disney quartet have? Especially when the singer takes a whole verse to work out that the audience is behind him, fucks his guitar, and then just starts fingering it.
I think he misunderstood the lyrics to I Love Rock and Roll.
Just where is our future? The things we've done and said. Let's just push the button, we'd be better off dead. 'Cause I hate you, and I berate you, and I can't wait to get to you. The sins of all our fathers be dumped on us the sons. The only choice we're given is how many megatons. And I eschew you, and I say screw you, and I hope you're blue too. The sins of all our fathers be dumped on us the sons. The only choice we're given is how many megatons.
Excuse me.
And I
You mind stopping that damn noise?
and I say screw you, and I hope you're blue too. We're
one good reason why you guys should finish.
How about this?
Okay, that's one good reason.
Because threatening to break your own guitar is much scarier than we thought they're allowed to go on again. But with Angel on vocals. Omar's still playing the guitar like he's viciously fingering a pussy, though.
And seeing that he's a mouse, that's weirder imagery than I intended.
I get that she's shining because she's called Angel and there's a Satanism thing going on, but if you don't realize the Satanism thing, then it just looks like she's radioactive.
And now I have revealed exactly why I'm here. I'll be your angel if you want to see how perfect sharing love with an angel can be.
Mock's ring starts glowing in excitement. I think it's turned on by the Revlon advert going on in the close-ups.
Revlon. Revlon lips never lie.
The most unforgettable women in the world wear Revlon.
Regardless, Mock decides that he simply must have her. And her voice. Mostly her voice. So is there really any reason for the mutated future animals? Future humans in a dystopia trapped in the early 80s is one thing. But this, mutated future animals in a dystopia in the early 80s is something else. Altogether.
Mutated future animals in a dystopia in the early 80s is something else.
He got scared and his hair turned green. His hair mutated into a mood ring. Omar and Angel have a heart-to-heart. She's pissed at him for being an asshole, and the front of his hair is disappointed at his lackluster animiness. And, of course, they're a couple. We couldn't have been interesting and had the two non-classically attractive future animal people in the band be a couple, could we? It's an old-fashioned dystopia. Animal-human hybrids are okay, as long as they're not gay.
That's a weirdly happy car.
They're having sex in me.
Least subtle peeping Tom ever. Anyway, Omar and Angel are brought an invitation to meet Mock himself to discuss a record deal in world domination. And I gotta say, Mock's way of inviting people to visit is both subtle and fiendishly clever.
Thought you weren't coming up to Mox, Omar.
I changed my mind.
Yeah? How else am I gonna get him to pay for repairs? Random question, did Mock build this city on rock and roll? Badum tish. Are we gonna do the whole Shining credit sequence then? No, thank fuck. Also, did no one notice that the retired rock star clearly built a death fortress in the suburbs? A, he's not Deathclock. B, people notice when Deathclock built death fortresses. And C, Deathclock thinks Mock's a wuss. So they get inside and Omar spends the whole time insulting Mock's minions. Tweedledee, Tweedledumbass, and Toad.
It's a waste of time to creep around this depravo's mansion, escorted by two of Mother Nature's finest freaks. Huh?
3.
This one talks in numbers.
Usually I wouldn't mind Omar's behavior, but Mock's not really done anything totally evil yet. So he's just being an ass.
It was the freak reference, wasn't it?
You gonna apologize, rude boy?
I'm sorry. Dog breath.
What?
And now, 20 minutes into the film, we reveal that Mock is played by Zoltar from G-Force. Voiced by Tim Curry, crossed with Harvey Fierstein as Dr. Claw.
I'm Mock.
Hi.
I understand that they were going for a Mick Jagger thing, but...
They overshot Mick Jagger and landed squarely in deformed drag queen territory.
And so...
Mes assistants stupides.
I just love it when he talks French.
This really bothers me. Why is it that super intelligent villains always surround themselves with the stupidest minions possible?
Minion, what's 8 times 10?
A whole lot of kittens.
I need to think about this.
Ah, sweet angel. You look even more beautiful in person.
than on stage.
My mouth is divorced from the rest of my face. It was a very messy breakup.
I am so suave that even with the most clearly evil background music and most deformed face in animation history, you still want me. Because if you don't, I will eat your face. Sensing that what the film really needs is a sleeper reference, Mark gives the rest of the band drug orbs while he takes Angel off to discuss the terms of her selling her soul. Or getting a contract.
I'm told they're nearly the same thing.
I have exactly zero pity for these dipshits. The foreboding they walked through was so fucking thick they needed a bulldozer. Anyway, record deal.
What about the rest of the band?
My contract has room for only one signature.
Just talking doesn't quite convince her to betray her friends, so he tries turning into me. As a butterfly. Having Unicron turn them both into new toys. And finally, flower-based off-screen tentacle rape.
The best kind. Believe me.
Will bring me my demon, whether you like it or not.